Poppy slapped Sheila and Sheila started laughing. I said, girl, you're in danger. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea for the Bold and Beautiful April 14, 2025. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Look, what I tell y'all. I said anytime it's a crazy person or a murderer or something, they want to go hitting on them and stuff. And then when the murderer decides to hit them back or threaten them or grab them or whatever the case may be, oh, I was so scared. I said, really? She done slapped her. She done slapped Sheila or whatever. And Sheila started laughing. I said, the crazy done activated. You done activated the crazy. I know they showed her, I think, she was supposed to dump some cake or something on her. I said that sounds like But okay, y'all, so we're going to start with Carter and Brooke. So they still having the same conversation. Carter is encouraging Brooke not to give up on hope, and he was talking about how he's not going to give up. Wait, did I say that right? Carter was encouraging Brooke not to give up on Ridge. I think he also encouraged her not to give up on Hope because, that's her daughter, and they so close, and all this yada, 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 yada. Same old. And he asked her, so what do you think? Can you put in a word for me? I said, how's she going to help you when she can't even help herself? She can't even help herself. And that's what she basically told him. Meanwhile, Daphne just standing up there listening. Now, when she went over there back to Taylor, I thought she was going to get ready to tell her something about what she heard. But no, she just started talking about how Carter going to be hers and asking, was she concerned about Brooke or something? I don't know. But these two still arguing over this man. I was like, Brooke, just let it go. You and Carter need to just let it go at this point. Because Ridge just made it his point to prove to you that he don't want you as of right now. Now, I agree with what she said at the end of the episode about how Taylor seems to be worried that because she knows that he always returns to her. I said he do. I said he definitely do. I said y'all both should be done with him. They should have did the doggone storyline. I know I should just give up at this point. But they should have did the storyline where Taylor came back married or something, at least dating or something. I wanted to see how Ridge would react. But yeah, that's all Carter and Brooke was talking about until Daphne interrupted. Let me see. Yeah, Daphne interrupted or whatever, and you could tell, like, I don't know. Brooke said that she feels like it's something about Daphne. So is she gonna be the one to figure it out that she came there because Steffi wanted her to break them up? Or what? What are y'all thoughts? Let me know down below. With Ivy and Electra, they were just talking about, her and Will taking the next step, and she was like, you shouldn't want to do, or you shouldn't do what you don't want to do or whatever. It's your body, your choice. I said exactly, because he over here finna go. But yeah, Electra and I was just talking about that, how she's not ready, and she's still saying how she's not ready, and I was just encouraging her. Meanwhile, Luna revealed that it was her or whatever, and he was like, something about security. So he was just standing up there entertaining her. You can always tell when somebody finna get ready to go. And what I mean, I think I already explained what I mean when I be saying, he about to go, meaning he finna sleep with her. Cause look, you should've, ain't no more talk. What you gotta talk to this crazy person for? What you gotta talk to her at all for? I wrote down, I said, he entertaining her a little too long for me. So, I don't know. She was just saying she could give him what he needed and revealing that she was eavesdropping yet again. And she just telling him, look, we could be friends or whatever, with benefits. That's what she keeps saying or whatever, hinting at anyways. And he keeps saying how it's not going to happen. I think before that, she was saying something about they're alike or whatever. She was talking about Bill and how he can be full of himself and selfish and all this other stuff. I said, wait a minute now. Not you trading on your buddy because you're trying to get this man in bed. I said, not you trading on your buddy. But yeah, talking about some we're alike. What I realized is the person I have the most in common with is you. I said, how you switch up on Bill that fast? And meanwhile, Bill still ain't made it home to see that blood on the ground. I'm gonna keep talking about that because that was crazy now. Come on now. Out of all the storylines that they have started and finished, you mean to tell me he made it home and he ain't seen that blood on the ground yet? Maybe he ain't at the house yet. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. We was looking at it down at his phone, and she went behind the little changer thing, and she came out, and I thought she was trying on lingerie, but she already had that on. She was like, "So what should I try on first? What should I try on first?" I said, "If you don't tell her to get up out of there," I said, "even if he do, I feel like they setting it up where he's gonna end up hooking up with her." Now I don't know if they're gonna do the storyline where it's kept a secret and Electra finds out or what. Before we talk about Sheila and Poppy, I got to finish with Brooke now. Taylor and Daphne, like I said, they would just talk about Hope and Carter. No, Hope, Carter, and Brooke. or whatever. And that's when Brooke ends up coming in the office, and she was like, "Don't you have your own office, your own practice?" I said, "Exactly." She was like, "Oh, I get it. You trying to keep an eye on me," because Taylor was talking about how now Ridge is working on the couture line or whatever. He's not working on the bedroom line. And I was like, she does seem worried. But at the same, I said, look, y'all just taking turns at this point. So it's nothing neither one really can say at this point. Because you knew she was in a relationship when you went up them steps and slept with this man. If they slept together, I still don't know. I still don't know to this day. To this day. But I said, none of y'all do the same thing. Y'all know. And it be tripping me out because if Ridge was there once again, I say, he'll just be standing up there, he'll tilt his head, or he'll be like, I love both of y'all. That ain't something you say in this situation if you in a relationship with one of them. That ain't something you say. Like, think before you say anything. But yeah, I gotta go check on this stuff in the stove, y'all. Almost forgot. Lastly, we got Sheila and Poppy. So Sheila had told her to come there. So she came there and they was just talking. She was confronting her about, about Luna, and that's her grandchild, and you allow Finn not to have anything to do about it. And Poppy was just saying how she suspected that Finn was the father. She didn't know for sure. Then they were just going back and forth. Sheila ends up saying, you raised a double murderer. And Poppy said, clearly, she got it from your side of the family. I said, clearly, exactly. And then she was like, look around, ain't no saints here. Basically, ain't nobody that's innocent there. And I was like, yeah, keeping somebody away from their kid and murdering people is two different things, but So they started going back and forth. And I think it got to the point where Poppy was saying something about Sheila. No, Sheila was saying something about Poppy being a mother, a bad mama, and stuff like that, and using substances. And that's when she slapped the taste of Sheila mouth. She's like, no, she slapped Sheila. And Sheila started laughing, and that's when I was like, danger, you in danger. Once again, they always be like, I'm so scared and all this. You weren't scared when you put your hands on her, was you? Was you? Well, yeah, I think during that scene, it went off. After she slapped her, didn't it go off? I was like, yeah, she started laughing. I said, that's a crazy laugh. I said, you just activated her crazy. She was already crazy. Now she crazier because you don't put your hands on her. But she might keep it a little cute. She might keep it cute, as they say, and not do too much. But that's it. That's all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is her girl today, and be safe.